Good afternoon, YouTube world. I'm your host, Paul Italia. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Shout out to my sponsors. First, I want to shout out Vitacell Biologics. You guys got any injuries like us arm wrestlers always get over to Vitacell Biologics and they could definitely help you out. I'll put their link in the description, and you could also use my code as a discount. Also, gripzilla.com. If you need some high quality arm wrestling handles, get over to gripzilla.com. Use the code Paul10, receive your 10% off. So I got two very special guests on my show today. They got a big match coming up at the next Knuckles Up 2 going down January 6th in New Jersey. We got Andrei Sharkevich and Adam Wawrzynski. What's up, fellas? How you guys doing today?
What's up, Paul?
Feeling good. What's happening?
So before we get into your guys' big match coming up, I want to first talk about yesterday's big event. We had East versus West 10, and oh my God, that was amazing. First, want to shout out to Engin Thursday, man. What an amazing event. I like the new look and new setup on the stage with the crowd wrapped around all the table. It just brought a whole nother extra energy to the whole event. Was a lot of fun. Looked like the place to be. So did you guys both get to see that big event yesterday?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I got to watch the whole thing. It was awesome. Live stream was great. High quality video. Super exciting.
So first off, I want to ask both of you, what match stood out the most to you? Let's start off with Adam first.
I gotta go with Todd Hutchins and Keter Gali Ongrabayev. That's the way Todd dominated and kept Keter Gali from getting into any of his lanes. And I was surprised that he just did that 3-0 to him. I thought for sure that Ongrabayev would find some kind of lane and maybe pick him apart a little bit, or even be able to top roll him outside the strap. But Todd just really impressed me yesterday with that win. It was good.
Andre, what was your thoughts on that match between Todzilla and Ongrabayev?
I was surprised, actually. I thought Ongrabayev gonna win. He's gonna, take a risk, but totally, he got everything. He got the center back pressure. He I don't know, like a gorilla or a snake, So
Godzilla, man, is just on a whole next level.
And my actually favorite match was Artem Tainov versus Sasha, left-hand title match. Yeah, I was rooting for Artem, and I was surprised actually how he did well. He was a little bit gassed out in the end, but the first, these 5 rounds, 3 rounds, was amazing. Yeah.
Oh, he did enough to win, bro, very dominantly, which I was really, really shocked to see that. He kind of took Sasha completely out of his comfort lane and everything. And Adam, what was your thoughts on that match? Was that shocking to you?
It was. I mean, I was really surprised by Artem's ability to transition. And usually Sasha's pretty good about, locking in, and even when somebody kind of goes to hit that inside move from outside position, he's pretty good about shutting that down. But Artem hit it right on the money. His timing was perfect, and I know I very well, but I hadn't really seen a lot on Artem Tainov, so I didn't know what to expect. I knew it would be a match, but I was the winner. So yeah, it definitely surprised me to see him handle Sasha the way he did.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see who they put him up against next, because just like you said, I didn't know too much about Artem, and I kind of just was going on the name Sasha. I figured he was going to get the win, and when I seen that performance Artem put on, I'm like, wow, dude, I definitely looking forward to seeing who his next opponent left hand is. Andre, who do you think they should put him up against left hand? Who would you like to see him battle against?
Versus this Kazakhstan champion.
Alizan? Is that Alizan Muratov?
Muratov. Yeah.
That would be
so.
That would be a battle for
I mean,
sure.
or like, I mean, Prudnik, but they're all a little bit heavier, right? Maybe, I don't know, he's gonna want somebody lighter. Then I don't know, actually. I mean, 95 me, I mean, left hand, man.
Yeah. And I just want to say about that Todzilla and Ongarbayev, man. And Ongarbayev, I always hold him as one of the most technical arm wrestlers on the planet. And to see the way that Todd just kind of dominated him just shows the level and the freakishness of Todzilla, man. It is for real. Dude, is just unbelievable. Just keeps getting stronger and stronger. And I mean, at that age, it's amazing to see, bro. So shout out to Todd, man. Amazing performance. And we got a super chat in from Greg Brown TV. Andrei, do you think static holds are essential for arm wrestling power and strengthening the tendons? Or what is the best for tendon strength?
I mean, there is, I would say, a dynamic as well, good, but static for sure. I mean, for sure statics, but you need like both, like variations of training. You could not do only statics or only like the dynamics trainings. Yeah. So you have to do both.
What do you recommend, though, other than statics to build up that tendon strength?
I mean, just like work with the short angles, I would say,
Okay. And what about table
and the
time?
heavy weight, yeah. Yeah, like you need like less than 6 reps, probably something like for 2-3 reps, 1 rep, like heavy liftings,
Okay. And Greg, I'd also tell you, man, a lot of table time, bro. That's the best work right there to get on those tendons.
Yeah, well, for sure. Yeah, you can also gain strength during the table time as well. Yes, for sure. Because actually, table time is a statics more, right? It's not dynamics, but it's more like a statics. So
Exactly. Adam, what's your thoughts on that question, man? Ways to build up the tendons.
Yeah, so that's always a question. I think we're always revisiting as arm wrestlers, and I mean everything along with you guys said. I think one of the most unexplored areas of training is isometrics, like true isometrics, and people get that mixed up with ice. People get isometrics mixed up with statics, and it's not the same. For example, you could sit there and hold a 20-pound dumbbell at 90 degrees and not move, and you say, well, that's an isometric because you're not moving.
It's statics. It's statics.
Really, I think now if you would have like a chain attached to a handle and you fix that to where you're at 90 degrees and now you're pushing against that chain or curling against that immovable object, that's a true isometric. And,
right.
I don't really, again, that's just my opinion. I think it's one of those things that are really unstudied, but it seems that the people who have truly explored isometrics have found some astronomical results. So maybe that's something that's good for those connective tissues as well,
Yeah, agree.
So a good place to get over is check out Todzilla's YouTube channel, Greg. And Greg, he's got a lot of the work that he does, and he does a lot of isometrics. And another guy that I know that has been dabbling with isometrics and seeing great success is Artem Tararenko. So definitely go check out their channels, Greg. They'll definitely help you out with that. So for me, guys, I want to bring up the match that stood out the most for me, man, is that main event, bro, with Devin. And I just can't believe where he's at. Like, it is just nuts, bro. Anybody you put him in front of, he's just like making easy work of it. And now we just did this with Denis Saplenkov, who's one of the best arm wrestlers to ever live. And I mean, he just went through him. But I got to say, I think Denis definitely needed a couple more matches before this. I mean, I just think Devin's just on a whole nother level. And after seeing this match, I truly want to see the rematch of him and Levon, because, before that, I kind of was like swaying back and forth. And I'm like, I really want to see Denis versus Levon, so I was kind of like, I was always rooting for Devin, but I was like, also like, wouldn't be that bad if Denis won and we finally get to see Denis versus Levon. But seeing the level that Devin is at right now, he deserves that rematch. What's your guys' thoughts on that?
Well, I was a little bit in the end upset about this match. Like, yeah, it was same like you said. I believe Denis needs couple matches before, because it was long rest for him, like 4 years almost, right, or 5, I don't know, so only was John, and next Devon, it was a little bit too forced, you know. Yeah, if he would do like maybe in the 6 months or maybe a year, would be like better. But again, nobody, you know, pushed him to sign any contract. So in the end, it's all clear, you know. But I was like a little bit upset of the performance, you know.
Adam, what's your thoughts, bro?
Man, I just, the more I watch Devon, and Devon is great in all areas of arm wrestling. And to be honest, I was never, I mean, Devon was somebody I was having a hard time getting behind a long time ago, but he is so good at the psychological warfare portion of the game. And I think that's where people truly underestimate him. I mean, his arm wrestling abilities are second to none, don't get me wrong. But I mean, what he does that's truly better than anybody else is that psychological factor, in my opinion. And his just ability to pick apart his opponent days, weeks before the match. I mean, I don't know if y'all noticed, that crowd was going crazy for Devon yesterday. I mean, they were just like, you could feel the energy just from watching it, being in that room, everybody supporting Dennis and Devon, and the pressure on Dennis as a result. I mean, he truly wins the match before they even step on the table. And that's what's amazing. And, you know, really like the wow factor for me when watching Devon Larratt compete, you know, is that ability for him to just really get in the head of his opponent. I mean, I'm not really a guy that likes to talk trash, or it's hard for me to get behind that. But the more I realize it, I'm like, okay, he's not really talking trash. That's not what he's doing. And he's not really.
I mean, some Russians like said he crossed the line. I'm not gonna, you know, discuss about it, but what they thought about it, you know. A lot of like they say he was crossing some lines, like, you know.
Yeah, but I think that's his whole strategy. I don't think he's talking trash. I don't think he's trying to put on a show. I think it's his actual strategy to pick apart an opponent.
Yeah, I got to agree with you, Adam. I think it's really all calculated.
And you know what? He's a mastermind at it. He's a mastermind. He has everybody in that building supporting him and rooting for him and on his side for.
Oh, he deserves definitely. I mean,
you know, it's amazing. I mean, and granted, I mean, he is. You're right. He is getting stronger, you know, every day, and it seems like every time he steps on that table, he improves. So I don't want to take. I'm not trying to take away ability, but yeah, it's just, to me, that psychological factors which truly makes Devon Larratt Devon Larratt.
Andre, do you believe that it was going overboard though? Like I want to hear personally from you. Like, what's your personal thoughts? Did he go overboard?
I don't think so. Personally, not.
Yeah, because there's nothing. I don't see anything that was like a standout where, like, all right, bro, you crossed the line. It was too much. What I see, and I mean, he pretty much said it in his speech after the match. He said the second he signs that contract, the match begins. And I think that's the smartest thing ever, bro. You're constantly in your enemy's head. And the whole time, every second of that, Dennis is on the defense defending himself, and Devon is attacking him. It's kind of like Conor McGregor, man. What Conor McGregor did in UFC, bro. It's the same kind of style. It's like he's doing it in arm wrestling, and you could like it or not, it's working, bro.
In the end, it's very good for sport because, you know, it's hype. This is like makes, you know, like much more, you know, interesting.
Yeah. And I got to say, hearing Adam getting behind him, and I could see Adam's, you're more of a conservative guy. You're very humble, and you let your actions speak on the table. So hearing you saying how you like it and you're starting to get behind it, that says a lot too, man. Because you know, I wouldn't have thought you would have liked that, but you're realizing it's working, man.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I like I said, at first, it's not. All I'm saying is it's not what it appears to be to the eye.
You know, when I first saw it, you know, because if you look at Devin, I mean, I'm I've talked to Devin a lot in person, and he's a really likable guy. I mean, he's a super nice guy. He treats everybody respectfully. And then you see this like almost this different guy, you know, in videos and on the table and in press conferences, and you're like, man, what the heck? And then, I mean, even watching Devin 10, 20 years ago, he wasn't that guy. You know, he didn't talk the talk like that and play that game, that psychological game that he plays now. So, you know, the more I watch him and the more I spend time around him and come to realize, I'm like, okay, he's really not talking. This isn't what it appears to be. It's actually a true mastermind of psychological warfare, and you got to respect him for it. You got to, whether you like it or not. I mean, it's not something I would do or that I'm capable of. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
But he's great at it. He's a tactician, and I mean, it makes me want to watch him do it more and more and more. I mean, it's just amazing the way he's able to.
It's the same with Hermes. Hermes also was like last before the match. What was my like opinion?
When Hermes walked onto the stage against Devin, he looked so out of it. It was the first time I've ever seen. I've never seen Hermes come calm and like kind of like confused looking. Usually he comes in like a barbarian. You've seen something was not right. It was not the normal Hermes. And I think when I talked to Devin in person, Devin told me, he goes, bro, I beat him the night before. He's like, I was so nice to him leading up to it. And I was always gassing him up and saying how good he was. And he goes, the night before I was in a bad mood and I just brought it to him. And he goes, I watched his face. He's like, you know, he's too young. He's not ready for it. He didn't have the experience. He couldn't handle it. And he's like, I beat him that night before. And I was really surprised. So, yeah, bro, he is a master at that. But yeah, guys, I got to just catch up on some super chats here. We got a Greg Brown TV with a $5 super chat. He goes, bro, I live on the table, back-to-back tournament and super matches all year long. Utah, Vegas, Colorado, Mexican Nationals, AZ State. Hell yeah, Greg. I appreciate it, man. I always seen all the videos and all the great content. You're like the Devin Lorette of Mexico, man. Appreciate everything you're doing and all the great Mexican arm wrestlers and spotlighting them. And Greg's got a big event coming up December 9th in Phoenix, Arizona. I'll be the main event at that match. I'll be pulling Ryan Grondin, a.k.a. Twinkie Boy. We also got Tom Stubberbean going against Freddie Sanchez and a whole bunch of other great stacked matches. So, guys, just check that out. It'll be on Greg Brown TV's YouTube channel. And we got one more super chat from Greg Brown TV for $2. Forget the ad. I'm getting worse after all that. Forgot to add, I'm getting worse after all. I don't know what that was referring to. But yeah, and all the guys in the chat, Tall Paul, Israel, Mark, what's up? Patrick Smith, how you doing? Spacey, appreciate all you guys being in here and supporting this out. So guys, a couple more matches I just want to talk about East versus West, and then I want to get into your guys' big super match. And that was Matt Mass versus Frank Lamparelli. Frank is out of Italy, man, and what an impressive performance from Frank. I really was not expecting that. It kind of surprised me. I didn't know about Frank before. Adam, what's your thoughts on that, man? Were you surprised at all?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I didn't hear. I haven't heard anything about Frank either. Now was he 95 kilos?
Yeah, that's what it said on there, which I couldn't believe, man.
Yeah, that's what surprised. So he was pulling. I mean, Matt Mass was what, around 115?
115, yeah, I think 114. I think it was the actual, yep, which is nuts, right?
Wow, I mean, so the weight difference is crazy. But number one, number two, I think Frank pulled him perfectly. That low hand style. I mean, he gave exactly, or he took exactly what Matt was giving him stylistically. And I mean, anytime I'm always instructing new guys on how to pull low hand top rollers, I think Frank pulled Matt perfectly.
I agree with that.
I mean, he kind of took the knuckles high and kind of took advantage of that dump wrist and got on top and, yeah, played it good.
Definitely
impressive. Andre, what was your thoughts? Did you know about Frank before this match?
No, I mean, the only things like I like people. He's number 2, right, in Italy. That was only one thought, like putting him like really high. So, but I also like didn't expect him to win. It was like big surprise. And another one, he was like 9,500 kilo guy. Like it's like, you know, me or Adam. Yeah. So it's like, and he gives like problems to that like almost like super heavyweight guy. So this was impressive. Yeah, really good. Really
I'm
good match. And
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing him in the future, man. I definitely want to
I
see
think
some.
they want to set up actually him and Kalinichenko. People saying
Oh,
like, yeah, because
okay.
Kalinichenko beat Musk, he beat Musk, so maybe Kalinichenko and him.
That's going to be a good one. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one for Pelichenko for sure.
Yeah.
The other one that was pretty well, I don't know if it was so much surprising to me. I kind of figured this. That was Zawier and Georgie. I just figured that Georgie's style was going to present a problem for Zawier, and it definitely did. What was your guys' thoughts on that? Were you guys surprised at all?
I was wrong with my prediction. I put on Zaur because I thought he's just stronger.
Yep.
But yeah, when match stopped, that's basically was that's it. Yeah.
I thought it was
So was
pretty.
not, yeah.
I was just gonna say with Czar's injury, not too long ago, I was kind of questioning his health a little bit. Where he's at. So I just thought it was a little premature, maybe. Because I don't know, it just looked to me like he wasn't really in his element. Once his wrist was compromised, he looked like a fish out of water. And I don't know if that had something to do with his injury or not, or his ability to kind of grind. But yeah, I don't know if
I think they have a history of pulling too, and I think Georgie always got the better of him. I think it's more of like a style. Georgie style against Zawier doesn't go good for Zawier, in my opinion. But which is crazy to me, like you were saying, Adam, is you would have asked me this a year ago, Zawier versus Georgie, I would have definitely went with Zawier, and I think pretty much most of the arm wrestling community would have, because we were all thinking Zawier was the next guy to go and give Levana a match and all. So that's what was kind of shocking to me. And then I also, man, guys, that was such a tease at the end when they brought on Devin and Georgie. I thought they were going to pull, guys. Like, that was so close. Like, what do you think, man? Like, was that real? Like, was that really going to go down? Like,
I think that they kind of everybody was all hype and the emotions were running. And then once they finally got on the table, I think they kind of realized maybe not the right time,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, King of Table is probably not too happy right now if that goes down, but I can't wait to see that December 9th. It was like the perfect teaser just to give you enough, but not give it at all. So I can't wait. And what's your guys' prediction on that one? Georgie or Devin, right hand on December 9th, King of Table?
Devin. Devin.
I can't. I don't think I can ever confidently root or predict against Devin. He's just
he's just good now. He's really good now. So
yeah, he's definitely figuring things out and showing his levels and everything he's doing as far as pancakes, stem cells, all these treatments. It's obviously working, man, and it's just amazing to watch. And my other question is, guys, is there anything Devin can do to become the GOAT of arm wrestling? Because I'm just thinking it. We know John's at 59 years old, and we know Devin's at 49. If Devin keeps doing what he's doing for another 10 years, is this up for discussion?
yeah.
I think there's a lot about John Brzenk that a lot of people in our generation don't know about. I mean, John, he would go to tournaments. I mean, from what I hear, win 3 weight classes, with ease. I mean, just dominated all levels of arm wrestling for decades. I don't know. That's kind of a loaded question. It's hard to answer.
Yeah, I know. I would never have brought that up, but I mean, just seeing what has been going on and the domination, and now when you start thinking about when he started doing this, I mean, we're starting to get up there where he's getting up to decades. And if you add another 10 years on, and it looks like he's going to be able to go on for another 10 years with all this stuff he's taken and recovery stuff, like, I don't know, man. I think you got to start putting him up for that conversation. And I'm not taking anything from John Brzenk, man. John Brzenk did this 40 years, did amazing stuff, but times have changed and things are evolving, and Devin is definitely evolving with the arm wrestling and staying at the top of his game.
Yeah, I mean, Devin
Looks
definitely,
good.
what he's doing is very special. And I think, arm wrestling has changed a little bit too. I mean, we didn't have these super match series nearly as much. They weren't as prevalent. I'm trying to think. I mean, there was Arm Wars. I mean, but even in John Brzezinski's prime, and what organizations like East West were out there putting together these high level super matches. I mean, it was all mainly tournament based. So I don't know. I don't know if I can answer that.
Yeah, and that's what I mean with arm wrestling evolving, because we kind of changed where we make our judgment of who was the best, because like you said, tournaments were the thing back then. And, and it was like, if you go and win all these big high level tournaments, you were the king. Now it's moved to the super matches. So I understand it's kind of comparing apples to oranges. But I mean, the only reason why I say this, it's just we're getting on so many decades of Devin doing what he's doing. And I got to say, man, if you put him in these tournaments at the high level tournaments, if he won an AMC, I think he would still come out on top, man. I mean, he's beating all the top guys. So that's just
imagine if he's gonna get like in 10 years older, but he's gonna lose some muscle mass, but he's gonna be still strong. He can pull like 220 pounds class, or like, I don't know, 240 pounds class. We're gonna be in trouble. I mean.
and then bro, he's going down like that. He's about to go and go for the top. Well, he is number one in the planet right now until Levon's back. But then he's going down the weight classes and attacking those guys, and then coming back. I mean, that is pretty impressive in itself, bro. It is nuts what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, he can be a GOAT, I think. Why not?
Yeah. Well, guys, I want to now move on to your guys' big super match going down January 6th, Knuckles Up 2 in Fort Lee, New Jersey, set up by the High Five crew. I went to their first event. They are doing it big, guys, putting major money into this, big production, top-level super matches. And when I heard about your guys' match, I am very, very excited. It's going to be a 220-pound weight cap. So who is going to win? Adam, what's happening that day, bro? Are you coming for the win? Are you going to get this win? Are you feeling confident?
I am feeling extremely confident. I absolutely love the position I'm in, because you got to accept Andrei's the favorite. I mean, I have never beaten Andrei. We've gripped up a few times. When's the last time we gripped up fresh? Probably.
I remember, bro. Look, I pulled you with you in the first, I think, in a national when Anthony, remember the category, Anthony did the national. Yeah. So we did, I think, like 2 matches there. Oh no, 1. I beat you there. Then it was IFA World.
Yep.
2021, same. And then 3 months ago in Arizona, when you were a little bit out of
Sure. Yeah. But I mean, Andrei's clearly the favorite, and I mean, I feel like I haven't been in that position where I'm a true underdog in a while, and I love it. I mean, I love it. It's when I was offered this match, I took it as a big challenge, because Andrei's definitely a hurdle for me. I mean, you're a bigger guy. I know what you're capable of. I've pulled you before. I know how strong you are, and but I'm confident. I'm a fan of this matchup. I like it.
Thank you to accept the match, but I'm going to beat you 3-0, bro.
How are you going to beat me? How's it going to happen?
I mean, it's going to be pretty the same like I did before, I think. You're just going to get the center and boom.
I wonder if that's how Brent Rakers thought he was going to beat me going into Arizona State the other years, when he beat me those other 2 times pretty easily, and then he's probably thought, just the same thing, and it comes in, and I'm just I might not be the same guy. I could be, but like I said, I'm on my way up to practice now. I drive a long way to train with the best of the best that the Carolinas have to offer, and in my humble opinion, that the nation has to offer. And I might not be the same guy. Might not be.
That's good, because I gain a lot. I mean, like, I'm like much stronger.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Well,
Andre's got some strong pullers he pulls with over there in Florida, bro.
Yeah,
I've
there
been
is
at a
like
few of his
Dane now is
practices.
my practice. Dane extremely strong for the guy who's doing like 1 year only.
Dane
yeah,
Sellers
yeah.
is an absolute animal, guys. This dude, he is the next big thing. And to be able to get on the table with him weekly, you're going to get some major gains. And then you got your boy Max over there. Max is another
Yeah,
monster.
Max Kapperman, Max Taubin. We have like good. Today was early, at our practice. Saidov. Yeah, it was really, we have good practice here. So
Well, I find it interesting that
Yeah,
you
you guys
guys
got a good
pulled
crew down there.
before.
Yeah.
I've definitely, I didn't know that you guys pulled. So was this in a tournament scenario, or did you guys actually have a super match?
no, it was tournaments. Yeah, the first was national, like
Tournament.
2018, I think. Then was 2021, and then was Arizona State, like this year.
Okay, and Adam, you were always a 220 guy, or were you a 198 before this?
Um, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I've pretty much been a 198 guy. I mean, when I first got out of college, I was a 220 guy for a little bit because I was heavier. I was heavier in college, and I think that's how we pulled Andre. We were in that 220 class,
Yeah.
PAF. Yeah. But we pulled 209 at IFA. You cut down to 209.
Right.
Yeah,
And
so I've kind of, but yeah, I'm a 198 guy for a while now.
where
Well,
is
what is
every
your plan to come to the match? You're gonna gain a little bit for me, or
Yeah, so I mean, it's always been hard for me to put on weight, but no, I'm definitely sitting a little saturated right now. I'm about 212, 210 in the mornings. So I've put on a little bit. I've put on a little bit.
good?
I'm not gonna try to gain more weight because I'm really not. I don't have any plans to stay at 220, but
Right.
but I'm certainly gonna enjoy myself over the holidays and eat good food and try to get a little bit puffier for sure.
Yeah, and it's gonna be opposite for me because they're gonna go down.
Yeah,
yeah, where
got
you at, Andre? What's your weight
you
at today? You looking big, bro.
230. 230.
230? Yeah, you're
Yeah.
a big 220, man. Holy shit. So, all right, I want to hear this now, guys. So, round one, we get up to the table, we grip hands. What's the plans, Adam? We know what Andre's planning right now. He's just taking you sideways. What's your plans, man? How are you gonna change the outcomes of the meetups before?
Well, you see, Paul, what's going to happen is I'm going to take this big hand. I'm going to wrap it around his wrist is going to go like that. And that's not just, no, for real though. I mean, Andre's a very strong and smart arm wrestler. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So it's going to, I have my game plans, of course, but there's a couple ways I could go about round one. And, it's, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So it's going to kind of be what I feel in that grip up. And I think he just wait for him,
Are you trying to go inside with him?
Am I trying to go inside with Andre?
Yeah.
I would love to. The question is can I get him there? Or are we going to have to battle another way? I've had a lot of confidence though in my abilities up top recently, so I don't know. It might be something we explore. Again, it's going to depend on what we feel in that grip up. What's being felt.
Andre, what's your thoughts, man? Where do you see this match going?
I mean, yeah, I was like, I felt always like comfortable to grip up with Adam. So that's why I think it's always went in my way because, like, I don't know, just the feeling of the hand, and I just felt comfortable with him. That's why I think.
Do you want to bring it to straps, or you don't care?
And always, I was like move him from his position so where he could not like do anything, and basically that was enough for me just to finish it, just like a high hook,
High hook. And so do you need to go to the strap or no?
Nah, not necessary, I think.
Okay. Who's got the stronger hand out of you? Because I've always heard about Adam's hand and all. Andre, do you think you have the stronger hand?
I mean, I think it's gonna be pretty even, like I believe. So and then who has the stronger arm gonna win, bro.
Adam, what's your thoughts on the hand? Who's got the stronger hand?
I don't know. I think my hand probably is a little bit bigger. Is it stronger? I don't know. Honestly, I would say that maybe my hand might be a little bit stronger, but Andrei's arm is definitely probably stronger than mine.
Okay.
Because he's just a really strong dude. You know, his back pressure is really good, and his side pressure is good too.
Adam, are you ranked in the 220-pound class in North America?
No, I don't think so. Just 198 and 209.
Okay, and where are you on the 198 and 209 rankings?
I think I'm like number 4 now at 198 because of that. The standings of that round robin.
Okay.
I think I'm number 4 now there, and then 209. I actually don't know.
Okay. We'll check that out.
I don't know. I know I'm top 10.
I mean, I always also can go down to 209. So
Andrei, where are you ranked at 220?
I know you go. Yeah.
I know you're at the top of 220. What ranking are you actually in the 220 class with the right arm?
I think it's number 2nd after maybe Paul Lean.
Okay. And what about left arm? I remember you at the top of the left arm. We threw that big event in Washington.
I mean, also, like, I would say probably the same because I don't know who is at 220 left. I mean, maybe Jordan Seal. I don't know, like, who left hand. I don't know.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Well, we have another match that has been mentioned with the Knuckles Up guys going down Knuckles Up 2 January 6th. And that's Lachlan Adair from Australia, the #1 Australian arm wrestler. And he's got his hands full going against Chance Shaw out of Florida, who has just now taken over the Florida Arm Wrestling League. And that match is very, very interesting because, I got to give Lachlan the strength, saying that he's definitely the stronger opponent. But Chance's style, I think, presents kind of a real problem for Lachlan. What's your thoughts on that, Andrei?
Yeah, I think like he's gonna get this like back pressure, wrist control, and then gonna go side. It's gonna be really hard. Yeah, if Lachlan gonna lose the wrist, so it's gonna be hard, much for him because if he's gonna, his arm gonna blow up, and it's gonna be hard to finish. I don't think he can finish with no wrist,
I see Chance Shaw's low hand top roll could present a problem for Lachlan. I know Lachlan likes to go inside and all, but I also know Lachlan's been working out on his top roll game, and so it'll be interesting to see what route he goes with that. Adam, what's your thoughts on that match, bro? And what's your prediction? Who gets the win?
Yeah, I got to go with Chance because kind of like Andrei said, I don't know if I've ever seen Lachlan pull with his wrist compromised. Or I'm sorry, I don't know if I've ever seen him pull out of a situation with a compromised wrist. And I don't think, unless he pulls Chance very smart, he's going to have a flat. His wrist is at least going to be flat. So, I mean, it may not be bent back, but it'll be flat for sure. I got to give I got to give the advantage to Chance here.
Andrei, what about you, prediction wise? Who wins that day?
Chance.
And guys in the chat, I'm interested to hear your thoughts first on Adam versus Andrei. Just put their first name, please, on who you think is going to win. And then also between Chance and Lachlan, let me know. And guys, if you can, just click that thumbs up button. I'd appreciate it. It helps me, my channel grow and get into the algorithm. And I really want to shout out to these High Five crew out of New Jersey. I see very big things coming from this event. They did that first one, and I got to go there. It was just amazing. They put serious money into production. The matches they pick are just off the meter. And I think this next one is going to be fire. So definitely, if you guys could go see it in person, they'll be selling VIP tickets and regular tickets. Definitely go check it out. If you can, go to VIP. They do a meet and greet before. It's in like a big it's in a hotel, but like in a big convention setup, man. They got a full bar, food, everything. Just an amazing event. And then after, they have another room where they have a whole after pull set up, so you get to go hang out with all the athletes, get the after pull with them. Just an amazing event. And now I'm also hearing December 9th, they got a qualifier event tournament. So if you want to be in that next Knuckles Up event and get your name out there, show up December 9th over in New Jersey. Check it out on the Knuckles Up page, and they're throwing their first tournament. So big things coming from them. Shout out to Wawrzynski, man, doing great things for the sport. And guys, is there anywhere that people could get in touch with you or check out your social media platforms?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Andrei Sharkevich, Andrei Shark in Instagram, Andrei Sharkevich Facebook. Yeah, or Arm Shark Arm Wrestling YouTube channel.
Hell yeah. And Adam, what about you?
Yeah, Facebook. I'm really not on Instagram or YouTube anymore, but I could tell you we're holding the East versus West qualifier in Charleston, January 27th, I believe, Saturday. And yeah, we'd love to have. I mean, for anybody watching or share the event, that's going to be a big one. We're gonna have the best of the Carolinas and Georgia, Florida. I mean, people from all around usually making this event that we have in South Carolina, and now it's an East versus West qualifier. So,
Adam, which class is gonna qualify for the final?
What's that?
Which weight classes will qualify for the final?
Great question. So it'll be 75, 85, 95, 75, 85, 95, 105, and supers, I believe. Those are the five weight
pounds. And in pounds.
Pounds. Okay. What's that? Well, I mean, 85 is 187, 95, 209, then you 231 and above.
So which class you gonna do? 209 or 187?
Well, I'm just gonna be running it. I'm hosting it. So I won't be competing. I'll just be hosting the event. We're trying to get some sponsorship for athlete payouts. So anybody that's watching or know anyone.
But is it your plan to get qualification again to the East versus West, or you already there? You don't need it anymore.
Yeah, I won't be attending any qualifiers. I'm just kind of hanging out with the qualification side, and
he's already in.
Yeah, pretty
he's
much.
already made it.
I don't want to,
because I already got qualification for the final at 209 pounds. So the final, I believe, will be in April, somewhere in Florida, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the final I do believe is in April. I don't know where. That'd be great if it is in Florida, or Virginia, wherever. But yeah, so January 27th, Charleston, South Carolina. Fantastic time to be at the beach, even in the cold weather.
Everybody check that out. And then also I got next weekend over in Houston, Texas. I'll be at the AWU4 event. They got a bunch of super matches, 20 plus super matches. They got Dustin Poles and his production team holding all the production. Dave Kotlow will be running the event. If you're over in Texas, definitely get over there. I'll be over there and pulling on the side tables, and after pull is going to be a lot of fun. And then December 9th, I got my big match over in Phoenix, Arizona, thrown by Greg Brown Productions. I'll be going against Ryan Grondin, who's got over 100 pounds on me, but I'm ready for the challenge. I'm feeling so damn strong. I'm going to take Twinkie Boy for a ride that day. And we also got Tom Stubblebleen going against Freddie Sanchez. Going to be an amazing one. So definitely check that out on Greg Brown's YouTube channel. Just want to thank all the subscribers in there for supporting us and staying with us. And I see all you guys' predictions and in there, and I appreciate that. And guys, I wish you guys both the best of luck January 6th. I know it's going to be a war.
Thank you.
Definitely be watching, supporting it. And thank you guys. And let's see that gun show before we leave. Let's see what you guys are working with. Boom. Hell yeah. Everybody looking strong, guys. Adam, have fun at practice, brother.
Appreciate that. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Andre.
Later,
Thank
guys.
Adam. Good luck. Get stronger.